We sunbathe in highlights, sweep away the lonely. Convince the world we're better now, convince the world we're over it. We sunbathe the nighttime, dark in the hearts, thoughts to reach in our mind, to reach within.
Good evening. Welcome to Omaha Fashion Week's Fall 2020 season. It's fashion in the age of COVID. I'm James Wilcox, coming to you from KETV studios at 7 Burlington Station here in downtown Omaha. This season is unlike any other in OFW's 13-year history. Organizers have worked to keep guests and talent safe by requiring masks on the runway and social distancing in the venue, and by providing this live stream for fans who prefer to watch from home. Designers are reacting to these unprecedented times as themes of creation and destruction are reflected in their collections. Tonight's theme is Discordia, named after the Roman goddess of chaos and strife. In February, designers began a rigorous selection process as they prepared for the runway. They are competing for more than $8,000 in cash and prizes. If you're interested in buying what you see on the runway tonight, text us or check out the OFW virtual pop-up shop on boothcentral.com. The first half of tonight's show will look at emerging designers, brought to you by Metro Community College. These are students and runway rookies. Then in the second half, we'll look at featured designers. These are the more established designers who have runway experience. Now let's take a look at our first collection by Lena Wiley.
The American dream. Dualities of individuality and uniformity are juxtaposed in this streetwear collection.
We have a number of fantastic sponsors that made this week possible, so please join me in thanking Develop Model Management, our model sponsor, Aquage, our hair care sponsor, Village Point Aesthetic Surgery and Dreams Med Spa, the VIP Lounge sponsor, Absolute Juice, our cocktail sponsor, Metropolitan Community College, our emerging designer sponsor, and Capital Hair School, our Beauty Alliance sponsor. A big thank you to all of our sponsors for their support. Up next, Karma Leola by Ali Bustius Jr.
A playful spirit is found in this collection by Karma Leola, with bold silhouettes and delicate textures. Nature reclaims the architecture in a collection that juxtaposes the structure of the urban landscape with organic etherealness.
Omaha Fashion Week is more than just a runway show. Woven into its programming are several opportunities for designers to meet with customers and sell their work. In pre-COVID seasons, this happened at the OFW pop-up shop throughout the week. While we can't gather in person, OFW has found a new way to facilitate interactions between customers and designers. You can meet with designers through our virtual pop-up shop. That's at boothcentral.com. Enter your name and email to get access to the shop, and then you can live chat with designers and shop their websites. The OFW virtual pop-up shop is free, and it's open from 6 to 10 p.m. each night during Omaha Fashion Week. Now let's take a look at LEK Designs by Ellie Layshock.
Tangerine Dreams by EKL Designs features high-end women's wear inspired by the Western lifestyle and oranges. Overstated details create a collection that embodies a woman who is full of adventure.
I should have been there for you, and I wasn't. And I'm sorry for that. I really am. But I was scared. I didn't know what to do. Who the f knows what to do? Do you?
That was great. How about this next collection by Malia Fortune?
Malia Fortune takes inspiration from her youth in a light and elegant evening wear collection. Bright colors, hand-painted patterns, and airy movement create a fun summertime feeling.
In just a moment, we'll take a 10-minute break and then go behind the scenes at Omaha Fashion Week. Before we do that, let's see all of our models from the first round of Emerging Designer Collections presented by Metro Community College.
I'm Brooke Hudson, and I'm the producer of Omaha Fashion Week.
I'm Nick Hudson. I'm the founder of Omaha Fashion Week and chairman of the Omaha Event Group.
So this is the 24th season of Omaha Fashion Week, but it has been quite a journey since you came up with this idea in 2008.
It's amazing. The whole mindset was around creating these fashion shows that were free for the designer. And I think that's just created all this amazing young talent and opportunities for that young talent to showcase their work.
This season is a really interesting season for a whole host of reasons, one of which is COVID-19. It's really caused us to rethink the way we deliver the show, and we're going to be doing a live stream for the first time ever this season.
I mean, it's amazing that you and the team have even been able to put a show on, because for a long time we thought that might not be possible.
We did. We worked with the health department on our plans for keeping everybody safe, and it's been a long journey, and part of what kind of took us down this path was just the fact that we had a lot of designers who said they still wanted to do a show. But when we got all those applications in, we kind of rethought things and came up with some new plans. The really cool thing is we are seeing people from all over the country, from coast to coast, signing up to watch this, and that's huge for us to be able to do that.
The team here in Omaha has done such a great job of creating this video content. And the video content, instead of it being seen by 1,000 people on a night or 5,000 in a week, it's now going to be potentially seen by many, many more people. With the decline in retail, that creates additional opportunities. So I think we're giving our designers, our models, our other creatives additional opportunities of reaching a global audience.
What are we going to expect this week for these live streams? We are going to get to see so much behind the scenes content. We get questions all the time, especially from the press, like, can we get backstage? And oftentimes we have to say no because we have to protect the privacy of all of our talent back there. This season, we're really opening it up because we've been able to film a lot of behind the scenes content, being able to give the audience a little peek into everything that goes into putting this thing together is really exciting for us.
I love that because so often the models and the designers are the ones that get the most recognition every show.
There's 1,000 people backstage every show, and being able to highlight some of the great work that they do is really important, and it's about time. It's been 13 years. We hope you all enjoy the show this evening, and also keep in mind we're going to be doing this every night during Omaha Fashion Week and hopefully well into the future. Definitely tune in, and also if you don't already do this, follow us on social media. We have a Facebook page, also Instagram. We're very active out there, and we're constantly putting out new content, and if you follow us, you will stay up to date on everything exciting that's happening in Omaha's fashion scene.
So thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting local talent.
Aquage Professional Hair Care is designed by hairdressers for hairdressers. We custom blend each formula to give you the tools and techniques you need to enhance or totally transform your natural texture. Aquage combines the best of sea and science to create prescriptive solutions to take hair anywhere, from silky smooth to sky-high volume and everything in between. Aquage makes it fast and easy to style like a pro.
So, fashion in a time of COVID, or just the times we're living in now, who would have thought it? I think it is so amazing that Omaha Fashion Week has found a way to still show us what's going on in the fashion world with these new and established designers. So, I mean, what stuck out for you when we first started interviewing designers this year?
Well, one thing that, along with what you're saying, is I was so impressed at how the designers pulled through and how many designers stepped up to actually do Fashion Week this season.
It struck me how different everybody approached it, but it kind of fell into two camps. So tonight I think we're going to see all of the designers that sort of fell into that reflection of the current times, right? There was a couple of black collections, right? And some message collections, right? So tonight, I think what impressed me about the designers we're going to see tonight is there were a lot of strong lines, there were a lot of very committed color palettes, and sort of this idea of looking for innovation in a time when things are really weird. So we should probably talk a little bit about how tonight we're doing some emerging designers and some featured designers, right? Which normally we break those up into different nights, but this year, since we're going with a more thematic evening, it seemed like it was cool to mix some of the more established designers.
It was just really, I think, nice to see so many students from around the area.
So many design students didn't get to show their final collection, so this is really a great thing that those guys are really getting an opportunity to show their design, which is awesome. But when you and I mean, you also look at an emerging designer to see how they're presenting themselves, if they have a good sense of where they're heading, which is not always the case, but I mean, that's part of the journey. And when you contrast that with like a featured designer and you start really holding them to a slightly higher standard, but definitely both of them have a ton of fresh ideas this year, and I think we both appreciated how each different group of designers really took a hard look at what was going on in the world and decided to say something about it. So, Denise, if you had to put a name on all of the designs that we're going to see tonight, all the designers that are presenting tonight, what would you call it?
I would call it Discordia because of the chaos that we're kind of living in at this time, and the craziness that is going on right now in our world.
Sounds perfect. Enjoy the rest of Discordia.
away the lie. Convinced the world we're better now. Convinced the world we're over it. We sunbathe in nighttime. Dark in the hearts, thoughts to reach in our mind, to reach within.
Welcome back. I'd like to introduce you to a very special group of people now who have dedicated the last 6 months to evaluating and mentoring tonight's designers. It's the Omaha Fashion Week selection panel. Denise Irvin, Brett Foster, Dan Richters, and Grant Reed. You can learn more about how we select designers at omahafashionweek.com. Applications are now open for the March 2021 season. And let's move on to our next set of emerging designers brought to us by Metropolitan Community College. Next, let's look at a collection by Matt McLaughlin.
Going beyond the visual and exploring the wearer's sense of touch. Going beyond the visual and exploring the wearer's sense of touch evokes this collection by Matt McLaughlin stimulating experience. Evokes an intimate animal stimulating experience. Intertwine animal prints and textures intertwine for a feral animalistic quality of human nature that's often held below the surface.
We would like to celebrate more than just fashion at OFW. Good food presented as art is also an important part of the show experience, of course. And tonight in the venue, guests are being treated to a progressive meal along the runway, courtesy of our official OFW caterer, Save the Date. Interested in having your next event catered? Check out SaveTheDate.com. And now, let's see a collection from LM by ML.
LM by ML brings an urban boho collection to the runway, featuring free-flowing clothing in whimsical prints. Based on themes of delicacy, transition, and freedom, these garments are versatile and meant for ease of wear.
Omaha Fashion Week is one of the few fashion events in the entire country to have its own venue, the Omaha Design Center, home to all fashionable events leading up to every season. The Omaha Design Center also hosts more than 150 weddings, charity events, and corporate gatherings every year. When the time is right, learn how you can have a safe gathering at the Omaha Design Center or one of its sister properties. Just do it by texting ODC to 474747. Planning Omaha Fashion Week, of course, is a year-round labor of love, and it would not be possible without the following partners: Heather and Jameson, our official photographers and videographers; KETV Newswatch 7, Omaha's news leader; and Metro Quarterly, our media partner. Now, let's see a collection from Cicada Camp Company.
Walking the line between avant-garde and streetwear, Cicada Camp Company's collection celebrates the strength of the millennial generation and the push for a healthy earth. Reconstructed textiles make up this collection, full of intense colors and intricate details.
In just a moment, we'll take another 10-minute break for more behind-the-scenes footage. Before we do that, let's see all of our models from the second round of Emerging Designer Collections, brought to you by Metropolitan Community College.
Hi, my name's Crystal Breakage with Crystal Breakage Designs, and I won the Featured Designer Fashion Cup last year in the August show with my Zodiac collection, Supernova. My goal was to create these gods or these creatures and make them into wearable fashion. So I had like Aries, for example, I had fringe pants that you could wear with like a top, but then I did like the horns and then their face makeup made the creature like come alive. It was fun to see like the models bring the characters to life as well. So, it's definitely like, it's not a one-man show, and I've definitely learned that throughout the seasons. It's a team thing. What I love most about Omaha Fashion Week is the people that I meet and the connections that I meet. I also like the opportunities that it's opened up, because winning last year, I actually got like the Dick Blick $500 gift card. And so I really wanted to get back into drawing. And so I went and bought like a whole bunch of markers with it. And I've been posting my stuff on TikTok and Facebook. So I don't know who's seen those, but I actually got invited to do a cover art for a child's book. So it's kind of opened up like just new opportunities everywhere for me. So I find my inspiration usually through, because I don't know honestly where I found my inspiration for my next one, because it's kind of based off of like old school mimes. So like old school mimes, but I'm gonna mix it with like some like high fashion, like New York fashion. Like they had like the big ruffle necks, or they had like the big cotton balls and stuff. So like I want to put elements in as well. And so I'm very excited for it. But then I don't want completely like white faces, but I want to bring in like some of like the mime makeup that they may have had. So yeah, like the stars or like teardrops, some stuff like that. And then I get a lot of my inspiration off like Pinterest photos, and then looking at fabrics as well. I'm a big like fabric searcher, and then when I find fabric, that's usually when my ideas click. My mom's really hard on me in construction, which is great though. I really appreciate that. She taught me how to start sewing when I was 8, so she's always been like, you know better than this. But I think sometimes it's my construction, and it's bringing these like ideas that you have and making something and then figuring out how it's going to work. If you have like intricate pattern pieces, like how do those fit together, and just kind of figuring that out. So I have like usually keep my board. So I always have my board that I show in my interview. So I always have that. And then I have like my threads and then my sewing machine, and then Lily, but Lily broke. So she just kind of sits against the wall. And then I have like a TV, because I always watch like anime and stuff while I'm sewing. So I have a TV here, but otherwise it's just like pretty chill.
We have a program that includes industry partners such as Omaha Fashion Week and the Fashion Institute of the Midwest. Our students do apprenticeships so that they're doing over 160 hours a year working in the industry.
So typically during the first apprenticeship they will work for Omaha Fashion Week exclusively, and then the idea is for the third apprenticeship to really get them out there and get them into the area that they like, whether it be photography or modeling or working with a designer. Anything from flat pattern to draping to how to market your designs.
We also are working with non-credit programs with Fashion Institute of the Midwest, so students can learn other skills that we don't have within our program that take them a little bit beyond fashion design and might introduce them to some other folks within the community of fashion here in Omaha.
What's your vote?
Hi, we're here today at Omaha Fashion Camp. This is our 6th year of holding the camp. This year we're at the Omaha Design Center. Previous years we've had it at Develop Model Management, South High School, Oakview Mall. We've had partnerships all over the city, but we're happy to be here at Omaha Design Center because it really is the heart and soul of Omaha Fashion Week and where it's held. So why not start these young people here? For the little kids, they get to experience fashion not at a dumbed down little kid level. We like to make sure that they have the skill set. We just walk with them a little bit slower through all of the paces, but it's more than just crafting. We actually are building things. This week we've done making masks, we've made a wrap skirt, we've learned how to sew buttons on and just simple hand stitching, but all of them got the chance to be on the sewing machines, which is a pretty big deal around here. Our teens this week, we were talking a lot about fashion sustainability as well as where they could take their careers. They can really get a hint of each and every job that might be possible in the industry, get a taste of it, talk through it, and then be able to pursue it at a higher level. Certainly we spend a lot of time though on the creation of a garment. So they come up with a concept, they use our Goodwill pop-up shop and really focus on that sustainability of those garments and recreate it in order to fit their look and their style and what their creation or their vision is. From there, they get the chance to walk in Omaha Fashion Week and present their own looks, and hopefully they get bitten by the fashion bug and continue on their work. They can create collections, apply to be a designer on Omaha Fashion Week. We've had many campers actually go through that process. They end up getting their looks modeled by professional models, photography by professional photographers, and be able to use those images in their portfolios when they're applying for colleges. Fashion Camp is a great place to get started, whether you're young, I call them the littles, but our younger division as well as our teens, we have something for everyone and all skill levels. Many times we have people that have never even touched a needle and thread, but they have this interest in the fashion industry. This is the place for them, as well as we have repeat campers that come every year, and this is the place for them. Really, it's all about community. We've had fashion campers that had started with us in the younger division and have been with us for the 6 years and moved into the teens. We've even had some that have graduated and they come back and help mentor the younger, which I find to be the most charming part about our city and our community is that we continue to give back. We always know where we started from, and that just continues to make us stronger as a community.
At Nebraska Medicine, we are serious about safety. Every extraordinary measure we take is for you and you, so you can get the expert care you need today at every one of our locations. Together, we're elevating our world-leading safety protocols, implementing new social distancing guidelines, and offering care anywhere with telehealth, all so you can continue being your extraordinary you.
To me, Omaha Fashion Week means connecting with people from all different backgrounds and expressing myself on the genre through design and art.
I am so glad that I found Omaha Fashion Week a few years ago. It's been a really amazing community to be a part of. Everybody is so kind and helpful, and everybody works together and works so hard to get this production done.
You know, the models, the crew, the designers work really, really hard to make Omaha Fashion Week what it is. And that's a fun experience that anyone can enjoy.
For our students, it's a great venue to attend, to learn from, and to show.
The show gave me an opportunity to step out of my comfort zone and find a confidence I didn't know I had, which has translated not just on the runway, but also in my personal and professional life, and I will forever be grateful for that.
It's a place where designers and also artists can thrive.
Omaha Fashion Week means everything to me. like about Omaha Fashion Week is walking on the runway for the first time and showing off someone's outfit that they created just for this moment. And getting my makeup done. I get to see all the dresses everybody makes. It helps me have confidence and I can connect with different people and make new friends. Omaha Fashion Week is so much fun!
Omaha Fashion Week means creative freedom, transparency and artistic support, and sincere attempt to promote artists from all over the world.
I love Omaha Fashion Week because I get to show my clothes. It's a live event. I don't have to go to New York. I can do it right here. This is where I want to be. These are the people I want to wear my clothes. It is just perfect for me because it lets me have the personal interaction with the people that I want wearing my clothes. I mean, it's awesome.
The entire community is just extremely welcoming and really helps me to push to be the best person that I can be.
It gives me the opportunity to share just how fun, sustainable fashion can be.
It means opportunities for kids. I'm so excited to expose them to a whole nother world that they don't see all the time here in Omaha, Nebraska. And it exists, and it's a place where they can have dreams and they can figure out how to make a career out of it. Thanks, OFW.
Because of Omaha Fashion Week, I was able to realize the importance of fashion design.
And it's just so fun to connect with all of the models and designers throughout the week and see all the amazing creations and just meet all of these unique, beautiful people.
I love watching the models do what they have a passion for, but all while expressing their own individuality.
There's not a day that goes by where I don't think of living out my dreams of becoming a supermodel. But supermodel or not, I will always be fashionable, and OFW keeps me up to date and on trend.
Omaha Fashion Week gives you an experience you can't get anywhere else.
And you get to be yourself when you walk on the runway.
Being able to showcase our creative talents on the platform that they have established in hopes that they are supporting small businesses. And I greatly appreciate all of the work that goes into it. Thanks.
They really understand what it means to be a local artist, and they have successfully been able to create this amazing opportunity to be able to put those artists in the forefront.
I just want to thank all of you who have accepted me into this community for so many years and allowing me to be a part of something so special. So thank you.
So exciting to see how much talent is coming out of the Midwest fashion scene. It all starts at a young age with Omaha Fashion Camp, held last July. Budding creatives learned about the industry and constructed a garment for a virtual fashion show. You can watch out for our teen campers who will show their work on the runway this Saturday night. Registration for Fashion Camp in 2021 is now open at omahafashioncamp.com. We are now in the second half of the show. You will see the work of our more seasoned featured designers. Quite the show it'll be. Let's take a look at this next collection by Rachel Andrew.
A unique love of quilted clothing is combined with the galaxy to create a new way of viewing the universe in this collection by Alexia Reese. Featuring imaginations of the Milky Way, pieces form stunning spirals, constellations floating in the night sky.
Like many organizations, the pandemic changed the way OFW gathered with participants this summer. Everything from model calls to model boot camps were held virtually. Models even learned how to do their own hair and makeup through online tutorials and mentoring. Those tutorials were made possible by our Beauty Alliance members, Capital Hair School, Aquage, The Magnetic Beauty, and Develop Model Management. This really was a huge pivot for hundreds of people and an example of teamwork to keep everyone healthy and to keep everyone safe. Up next is Corrine Zimmerman.
A unique love of quilted clothing is combined with the galaxy to Zaftig Kitty's collection of post-apocalyptic designs is influenced by the current coronavirus pandemic, featuring unique patterns and bold styles.
I'd like to take a moment to introduce you to some extremely talented people who are working hard backstage as they do every year. It is the OFW Beauty Alliance. This all-volunteer beauty squad includes both professionals as well as students. And while many of you are aware that our fashion designers are competing for prizes this week, our stylists from the OFW Beauty Alliance are eligible for prizes as well. All beauty team members will receive a full complement of products from Aquage, plus be eligible to win more than $1,000 in beauty tools from Conair. Our next collection is by Michaeli Gayed.
Based on a personal journey through depression, Michaeli Gayed Designs showcases a collection that proves that depression does not discriminate. Transitioning from all black pieces to a reflective, growing rainbow, feel free to use your flashlight on your phone to test it out yourself.
As we dance, as we dance, as we dance, as we dance, as we dance. As we dance, as we dance, as we dance, as we dance. As we dance. As we dance.
It's almost time for another 10-minute break and more behind-the-scenes footage. Now let's see all of our models from the first round of featured designer collections.
My name is Hannah with Hannah Christina Designs. I participated in Omaha Fashion Week this past season back in February as an emerging designer. So it was great to be back. I had the collection that had the peacock feathers. I was inspired by the peacock and how kind of in winter they tend to lose their feathers, but then when spring rolls around, they grow them back and they're as beautiful as ever. And so I kind of translated that into women and confidence, because that's kind of what my line stands for as well. So it starts with kind of dark colors, being like winter in a sense, and then gradually it brightens up to be the peacock. I love Omaha Fashion Week because of everyone that's a part of it. Like every model that I've worked with, every designer I've had the chance to meet, they're so nice and everyone is so talented and very passionate. And I like being around that kind of environment. I think it helps me grow my confidence and be more passionate about my work as well. Okay, so over here, and let me know if you need me to shift the phone at all. This is where I have my 2 sewing machines. I have my serger here, which is made, so this has made my life so much easier, being able to finish those seams. And then my regular lovely sewing machine is right here. But then I've got my dress form here, and she rolls around a bit. I know she's kind of taking up a lot of space right now. This is the feathered collection here. I still have them in the plastic bags just because I don't want feathers to get all over the floor and everything, and I still need them for the next show. And this rack here is where I keep like what I'm currently working on, so that it's super easy to just grab, take over to my table, to my sewing machine, and just throw it back up here. Otherwise, then I move them to other clothing racks I have in my room that are a little farther away. And then here is my work table. Oh yeah, I think her hand fell off. It's under the table somewhere. I have the other hand, but but that's actually one of the dresses I had from. Make sure you can see that. That was my spring summer 19 collection. So like 3 collections ago. I really like it. I love the gold, so thank you. So I just kind of keep it on her. So yeah, so that is my little sewing area.
I have absolutely loved Fashion Week. It's been so much fun, and I've gotten to meet so many people, and I actually met some of my best friends through this. So it's just like an amazing experience. I got to meet Alyssa as well, who's my agent, and I've gotten so many opportunities through her. And so just overall, like Fashion Week and getting to like spend so much time with so many different people and looking at all the designers and models is amazing. And this year, it's definitely different because, you know, obviously we need to stay safe and stuff like that. And so the runway is actually like a different type of structure. I think that that's super cool. I really like it. And I honestly think that we're adjusting really well. And I think that Omaha Fashion Week is doing a fantastic job at adjusting with everything with COVID and staying safe and keeping us girls safe. Because I know like in previous years, Fashion Week, like it gets clustered and like we're in a big group and like everyone backstage, like we're all like really close together. And so now like I kind of like how it's spread out, and I think that they're doing a really great job of keeping us all safe really well. Well, the runway is definitely a lot different than like going into shoots and jobs and stuff like that, because there's an audience there and you get to like spend more time and be more interactive with other people. And so that's why I just love runway, the experience, and like spending backstage, like spending time with the other girls and like meeting the other girls in my agency is also really cool. And I love the opportunity to do that here at Omaha Fashion Week. And overall, it's just like so much fun because like the lights and like the people and the photographers, it's just like so much different, and I love it.
I'm Alyssa Diltz, owner and director of Develop Model Management and a proud sponsor of Omaha Fashion Week, as well as their casting director. Each season I run a contest in order to find the best and brightest, newest models that grace our runway. Last season, February 2020, those winners, not just winner, but 2 that we found, were Joel Author and Tamara Harris. You can see them here in part of their prize package that they won, a styled photo shoot, shot by none other than Heather and Jamison Hooten, and with hair and makeup by the magnetic beauty, Aaliyah Quattlebaum. This year, things were a little bit different in scouting. I didn't get to see people in person, but we saw them on Zoom calls, which actually proved to be quite beneficial, seeing them up close and personal. Tonight and every night this week, we can't wait to see them strut their stuff and put all their hard work to good use. We so look forward to finding that next winner, or winners again, along the runway this week. Stay tuned for those winners being announced later this fall.
Sunbathe in highlights, sweep away the lonely. Convince the world we're better now, convince the world we're over it. We sunbathe the nighttime, darken the heart's thoughts to reach in our mind, to reach within time. Before we let it out, before we scream and shout, we'd rather hide, to not confide. Before we figure it out, before we get ourselves out, we'd rather write a tweet about it. Crying for help, crying for attention, crying for help. No one cares, so don't you dare, don't you see? No one cares, it's apparent, it's killing me.
welcome back to our final segment in the Discordia Showcase at Omaha Fashion Week. In a moment, we'll take a look at our last set of featured designers. And if you'd like to model at Omaha Fashion Week, what an experience it is. Make sure you mark your calendar for the next model call. That's January 30th of 2021. You can follow OFW on social media to learn more. By being an OFW model, you not only get the runway experience, but you're also eligible to win the Scouted Modeling Competition hosted by Develop Model Management. This week's top 2 models will receive a modeling contract and a photo shoot. Now let's see Hannah Caroline Couture by Hannah Nodskoff. Remember, if you'd like to meet with our designers and buy anything you see right here on the runway tonight, log on to boothcentral.com and visit the OFW virtual pop-up shop. You can video and text chat with the designers while their shopping collections are online. The virtual pop-up shop is open from 6 to 10 each night during Omaha Fashion Week. Up next is designer Anna Hall.
Inspired by organic shapes found in modern art, Anna Hall's collection evokes sophistication and fun. Brightly colored garments made from unique textile techniques include elements of hand dyeing, braiding, and quilting.
If you'd like to see more from Omaha Fashion Week, we still have 2 nights of runway shows to go. Tickets to the in-person event are closed. However, live stream tickets are still available. Text DREAMS to 474747 to get a special offer, 50% off live stream access to Thursday and Friday shows, courtesy of our friends at Dreams Med Spa and Village Point Aesthetic Surgery. Now, let's see Mung by Yassi Fayal.
The Layers of Protection from Mong by Yassi Fayal brings to mind notions of safety amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, Contemporary avant-garde pieces feature rigid silhouettes and voluminous designs.
Well, that's it for now. We hope to see you tomorrow along the runway in person or online. Now let's see all of our models from our final featured designer segment. I'm James Wilcox from KETV. From all of us at Omaha Fashion Week, thanks for the support and have a good night.